Let me now also bring into the conversation my colleague Karishma Asoodani, who's been tracking the GST news for all of us all this while now, and more action will be seen in the coming days. Karishma, good morning. Tell me, what after Prime Minister made those statements are we hearing now? What could be the next course of action? When is the Council going to be meeting? When do we expect, any kind of rationalization to take place? And what is truly expected now? Do you think there could be change in the slabs? Could there be a sharp reduction? Can there be more things shifted to the lowest band, that is 5%, or even lower than that as well? What do we expect? Help us with all of those details.
So actually, GST 2.0 reform has been something that has been quite on the table for some time. And we've been reporting at Business Today for quite some time now that government has been very unhappy with the feedback and reviews that they've received from the industry and consumers on the 12% slab. So they've decided that on the basis of the consensus of the council, they're going to introduce and reform GST to two major slabs, which is going to be 5% and 18%. So a four slab structure, which also included the sin goods, will now not be into being, and in 2 months from now, after the consensus from council comes in, there will be a slab GST structure with the primary essential goods as a part of 5% and secondary goods as a part of 18%. There will be a 40% special rate structure, which the center proposes not to be counted as a third slab, but just a special rate for few sin goods, which currently are taxed about close to 28%, but along with cess, they almost come to about close to 40%. So the 40% tax on sin goods on few luxury items could still continue to be in place. Compensation cess, which is about to end in March 2026, government plans to subsume it and end it in November this year. They would like to do it with the GST 2.0 of 5 and 18%. Now, the good news is actually here that most of the 12% items will actually move to 5%. So basic items like ghee or butter, which people pay 12% GST on, will now only pay 5%. The 5% items will continue to remain in 5%. The 28% items will likely see a switch to move to 18%. For example, automobiles. The big gainer here has to be cement and automobiles, because currently there's a 28% GST on cement, 28% on automobiles, especially on the compact SUVs and certain automobile parts. This will see a 10% slash in the cut, which will be very, very beneficial for the industry and for the end consumer also. The challenge, which I think was also being discussed before I joined this chat, was on consumption. But government says that this could be a metric to actually pull up consumption, and they're confident of the fact that they'll be able to fill in the revenue loss via the consumption and the increase in spending, the consumer spending that India will see. They're also comfortable on their revenue position on this. Sure. And while economists depict a close to 0.2 to 0.4% impact on the GDP, government says they'll be able to overcome that via increased consumption and capex.
Thanks a lot, Karishma, for all that update. Of course, this is a space to watch out for over the next couple of days, and I'm sure a lot of developments will take place, and we'll keep tracking all of that with you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.